All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. All right, y'all. Welcome. Listen, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. Listen, y'all, I got a lot to talk about in a short amount of time. Okay, how y'all doing? Everybody doing good? Let me just tuck this in right here. Listen, y'all, I told y'all before, okay? Don't get all caught up on the look. Let me take this down. Listen, welcome, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? It's Saturday. Listen, thank you so much for being here. If you're wondering, okay, who is this lady? I'm Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV. Okay. You all know that I bring you news and commentary you can use. Listen, y'all, there's so much going on in the world. So much is happening. Hold on, y'all. Let me just clean the lens real quick. I should have done this before I got started. Y'all know there's so much happening in the world. So much going on. Especially now, it seems like something is happening every day. Listen, y'all, let me get my microphone out. Okay. Let me get back in focus. Okay, focus. All right, y'all can see me. Listen, where y'all at today? I know it's Saturday, it's the weekend. Many people are busy, and that's fine. So I know many of you will catch the replay. And I want to say thank you and welcome to those of you all who are watching now live. Okay. All right, y'all. So I have several stories to cover today. You see the headline, you see the topic, 5 stories that you need to know about. Okay. Earlier today, I did a live and I was talking about the fact that, everything that's happening right now with concerning Russia. Okay. So while that story, um, seems to have everyone's attention today, I want to bring your attention to 5 stories. Okay. 5 stories that you need to know about that you may not even realize are going on. Okay, welcome everyone. Hello, hey. How are you on this Saturday? Okay, let me know how you're doing. Give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share this video. Okay, again, y'all, I appreciate your support. Okay, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV, host of Andrea Speaks TV. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm from a generation where I did not grow up with social media. So I am still in the process of getting that worked out and being more active on social media. I do make posts from time to time. However, okay, you can follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV. Also, if you would like to support the channel and the growth of the channel, I'm looking at different resources. This being one of them. Okay, I use this platform, this particular one, very early on when I got started, and I've used this throughout my time here on the channel. However, it does come with as an expense. Okay, so if you would like to support the continued growth of the channel as I bring on additional resources, one day, y'all, I hope to be in a studio. I hope to actually have my own studio space so that I can broadcast to you. I'm also travel and I bring you news and coverage. Okay, so if you would like to support the channel, I do have that information right here on the screen, as well as in the description of the video. Okay, we're going to be getting started, y'all. I hope that um, I hope that you are doing well. I hope that your family is doing well, right? So much is going on now in society. We have to take care of ourselves and take care of one another. So I just want to come on, y'all. While there's so much happening in the world, I think I'm gonna do this broadcast without the microphone, if that's okay. Um, there's so much happening now in the world. Um, so many stories. This is actually one of these. So what I'm actually saying is, this is one of the reasons why I created the channel, out of a need to know what was going on so that I can make a plan to protect, provide for my family, because so much is happening. It's kind of like, okay, they told us this, they're telling us that, what do they want us to know? What's really going on? They said this today, they said this yesterday. What is really going on, right? So I want to talk about 5 stories. Okay, I want to talk about 5 stories that may not be headline news, that I feel like you and I need to know about. Okay. Now, I hope you have your coffee. Okay. Hope you have your coffee. I'm drinking coffee. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to spill it. I got my coffee here. I'm going to take a sip. Okay. Whatever your beverage of choice is. Okay. But I want us to talk about 5 stories. Okay. 5 stories that we need to know are going on. Okay. Let me see what I have as my first story. All right, let me get it up so that I can read about it. All right, let me share this to our community tab. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me get it pulled up on my electronic device that I have in front of me, okay? Please make sure you like this video, share this video, and if you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, okay? Don't get caught up on the look, y'all. Okay, I brought the wig back out. Don't get caught up on the look. Okay, I'm trying to get your attention because these are some important stories. Things are happening that you may not know what's going on. And so, because of that, I want you to focus on the message and not the look. Okay, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you as I talk about this next story. Okay, bear with me, please. That'll give you time to, get your drink, coffee, your cup of coffee, lemonade, use the restroom, whatever you need to do. Okay. All right. I think this is the one. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. Let me make myself a little bit bigger here. All right. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me fix something really quickly. Okay, y'all. So there's like a video playing on the side here. That's okay. That's just an advertisement. But let me zoom in some and take that out of the thing. Okay. So what I want to talk about, y'all, here on the channel, we talk about a lot of topics, right? We talk about food shortages, we talk about water shortages. We also talk about the need to have alternative sources of energy, right? We talk about those things. And so, what I want to share with you right now, we've been talking about how all across the United States, we've been seeing unusual weather patterns. Now, here where I am in Georgia, I've been seeing that as well, so much so that right now it seems much hotter than it normally is for the month of June. Um, a lot of times in the morning times, I'll water the plants in my garden, but by the hottest part of the day, it's like the heat has just like baked the soil, and it's like they got to be watered all over again. So I'm having to water my garden. It seems like maybe twice a day because it is so hot in my area here in Georgia. Okay, so please let me know how the weather is in your area. Let me know what you're seeing. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Okay, I want to make sure everything was coming through well. Okay, so listen, y'all, I want to share that right now in Texas, okay, remember what, a year or two ago, I brought you coverage on, actually 2 years ago, because it was in 2021. I brought you coverage on how the Texas power grid was very weak, and there was an ice storm that hit Texas, knocked out power. People couldn't find water, like they were having to walk. One of the photos I shared with you, I was showing you how people had to walk to find food, water, resources, and things that they needed, right? So now the Texas, we're here talking about the Texas power grid again, and the fact that a record-breaking Texas heat wave, okay, enters its third week. It's third week, y'all, as thousands lose power. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in Texas. And I also want you to think about um, how this could possibly affect you if the weather in your area is predicted to be hotter than normal. Remember, I was telling you all that they're actually saying it's because of climate change. Different people have their opinion about that. However, all across the United States, okay, and the world, there have been unusual weather patterns, unusual weather events. And so I want us to pay attention to what's happening in Texas and ask ourselves, okay, is this something that, could possibly affect us, and, possibly the weather, have the same type of weather in your area. Okay. All right, y'all. According to The Guardian, okay, record breaking Texas heat wave enters third week as thousands lose power. Okay. New Mexico, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas also face scorching temperatures as a heat dome. You've heard me talk about in the past where certain areas have experienced heat domes, right? New Mexico, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas also face scorching temperatures as a heat dome settles over U.S. Southwest. Okay. A record breaking heat wave is entering its third week in Texas as temperatures reach triple digits. Okay. That means in the hundreds, right? In the broader U.S. South, and tens of thousands of people, y'all, in affected states are without power and lack air conditioning. So think about this, y'all. The fact that they have triple digit temperatures, right? That means over 100 degrees. If their power is out, then I would also assume they have a lack of air conditioning. So unless you have alternate energy sources, for example, solar energy. As a matter of fact, while we're doing this broadcast, I'm actually powering one of my electronic devices using a solar generator. Okay, so again, y'all, think about how, let's look at, and my thoughts, my prayers, I pray that the people in these particular areas are able to get the things that they need. I hope that they be well and no hurt, harm, or danger come to them. But let's also look at this, okay, as a lesson, and say, okay, what do we need to do in our own areas, right, to prepare for a potential situation such as what is happening now in Texas. Okay. Now, according to the article, more than 40 million people in the U.S. are under a heat alert. Okay. Texas cities have reached an unprecedented heat index, which combines temperature and humidity. All right. Corpus Christi has hit 125 degrees Celsius. 125 degrees Fahrenheit. That's in Corpus Christi, while Rio Grande Village notched 118 degrees Fahrenheit, y'all. And Del Rio marked 115 degrees Fahrenheit. States including New Mexico, Louisiana, Arkansas, Kansas, and Missouri are also experiencing scorching heat, with the National Weather Service predicting the temperatures to rise further and last into the week of July. Okay, so you all let me know your thoughts on that. I'm actually, you know what? Let me go live on hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go live and broadcast on Instagram as well. Give me just a moment. Hold on. I think I know how to do this. Let's see. That way I can broadcast from more than one source. I'm going to just test this out. So give me just a minute, y'all. Let me see if I know what I'm doing here. Oh, here we go. All right, let's try it again. All right, hold on just a minute, y'all. I'm trying to get everything set up here. Okay, I hope I'm doing this right. Let's see. Okay, it says I'm not live. So I am live on YouTube. I'm also live on Instagram. Okay, so we're going to keep going, y'all. I was just coming on live. Welcome, welcome. By the way, my name is Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV. Okay, don't get caught up on the look here. Okay, I got to get your attention because I'm talking about 5 important stories, right, that you need to know about. Again, so much is happening in the world. So many things are going on. Um, so many things are going on, right, that we have to know about it. Okay, a lot of times when things happen, there's like one or two main stories that they want us to focus our attention on. But at the same time, y'all, there are other things that are happening that are going on that we need to know about. Okay, so that's what I want to do. That's the purpose of my channel. If you're tuning in and you just happen to find my video, welcome. Okay, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. I do have a YouTube channel for those of you all who are watching now live from Instagram. And you can find my channel at andreaspeakstv.com, or you can just simply hit the link on the profile. Andrea Speaks TV is my YouTube channel. I have many, many videos, and so you can subscribe and join our community. But listen, y'all, I want to go ahead and talk about this story. I was just talking about, so I have 5 stories, right? 5 stories that you need to know about, okay? And I was just talking about the record-breaking Texas heat wave. Okay, so if you're watching now live on Instagram, you can head over to YouTube. You'll be able to see me share my screen. Or if you say, you know what, Andrea, I'm cool watching you on Instagram, that's fine. Just listen to what I'm sharing in the article. Okay. All right, y'all. A record-breaking heat wave is entering its 3rd week in Texas as temperatures reach triple digits in the broader U.S. South, and tens of thousands of people, y'all, in affected states are without power and lack air conditioning. Okay. The article says that more than 40 million people in the U.S. are under a heat alert. Okay. Texas cities have reached an unprecedented heat index, which combines temperature and humidity. Corpus Christi has hit 125 degrees Fahrenheit. 125 degrees Fahrenheit, y'all. Okay. Um, while Rio Grande Village notched 118 degrees Fahrenheit, and Del Rio marked 115 degrees Fahrenheit. States including New Mexico. Okay, listen out and see if I call out your state. States including New Mexico, Louisiana, Arkansas, Kansas, and Missouri are also experiencing scorching heat, with the National Weather Service predicting the temperatures to rise further and last into the week of July 4th, y'all. Okay. So again, 4th of July, is that what, next week or the week after, right? So, you want to pay attention. That's why I always say it's very important to pay attention to the weather in your area. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for your support. Let me okay, I'm just kind of exploring. Okay, I'm just exploring some of the settings here on Instagram. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Okay, let me just stick with what I know because I'm not exactly sure what's going on right here. Okay. Um, okay. All right. So that's what's happening in Texas, y'all. Please let me know your thoughts on what is exactly going on. If you're in the state of Texas, please feel free to hold on just a minute, y'all. If you're in the state of Texas, please feel free to share, exactly what you're seeing, what's going on. And actually, if you're watching on Instagram, you can actually be a part of the broadcast. Okay, I can add you on. I just put the link there. All right, so you'll be able to join in as well. Okay. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Okay. All right, welcome you all. Please make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Say hello, let me know that you're tuned in. Okay, who do we have watching today? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm here in the state of Georgia. And just let me know that you're here. Okay, just leave a comment. Also, if you would like to join the live and share your thoughts, okay, you can actually click the link that I have in the comments here on YouTube, and you can actually join, and I'll add you to the panel. Okay. All right, y'all. So again, we're talking about the Texas heat wave. Okay. Texas cities. Okay. We talked about how Corpus Christi, 125 degrees Fahrenheit, Rio Grande Village, 118. I also talked with you about Del Rio, 115, okay, degrees Fahrenheit. If you're in New Mexico, Louisiana, Arkansas, Kansas, and Missouri, you're also probably feeling the heat as well. And so the National Weather Service is predicting that temperatures will rise further and last into the week of the 4th of July. Okay. The heat follows a weekend of destructive storms that left hundreds of thousands of people without power. The heat dome, as it is known, has settled above Mexico and parts of the U.S. Southwest. and is caused by hot ocean air that has become trapped in the atmosphere. Okay. There's also a type of jet stream, some type of jet stream that is being seen, right? Okay. Hello, everyone tuning in. Thank you all so much for your support. Like I said, don't get caught up on this, y'all. Focus on the message. Okay. Listen, this was someone, a meteorologist, I'm assuming. He had this to say, and I quote, "When I look at this jet stream, the word insane comes to mind. It's even more astonishing when you consider it's mid-June. That's why I say, y'all, this is unusual weather that we're seeing just for this to be, especially in Georgia, right, which is where I am. This is unusual weather that we're seeing, especially in June. Okay, for it to be the month of June, this is some unusually warm weather. Okay, and we've been having a lot of rain. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's about to rain, or it did when I was outside earlier. We've been seeing, very unusual weather, hot weather, and also a large amount of rain. Okay. Um, let's see. Let me know if you all are enjoying the broadcast. Okay, please give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share this video, also subscribe to the channel. Okay. The meteorologist was quoted as saying, "This configuration likely enhanced by climate heating." Okay, I told y'all they're attributing all of this weather to climate change, right? Or what they're saying is climate change. Is fueling a record heat dome so extreme that even experts are astonished. So people that study weather patterns, they're surprised. They're even surprised by what they're seeing. Okay. The director of climate science at nonprofit Climate Central had this to say, and I quote, "These conditions are very stressful to the people living in the region. We are seeing a really intense, widespread, and long-lasting event. Human caused climate change," is their exact words, made these conditions more than 5 times more likely. Okay, you all let me know your thoughts on that. Do you agree with that? Disagree? Let me know why. Okay. Earlier this week, speaking about the power grid, Texas Power Utility urged users to cut back on air conditioning. Okay, we've seen this happen before, right? They're asking people, even in the state of Georgia, where I am, okay, in my area, they asked um, uh, the electric company asked its customers to cut back on power. Okay. Texas Power Utility urged users to cut back on air conditioning to alleviate the stress on the grid. Emergency crews. Emergency crews. Hey, hey. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Okay. Over here on Instagram. I am live on Instagram. Thank you all so much for your support. I'm also live on YouTube. Okay. So if you would like to head over to the YouTube page, I'm sharing my screen. And you can actually, if you would like, click the link and actually join the broadcast and you be able to speak. But if you're watching here from Instagram, that's fine as well. I got to get better with Instagram, y'all. So thank you so much for your support. All right, y'all, we're going to keep it going. Okay. Don't get, like I said, don't get caught up on the look. Okay. I got to get your attention because while the world wants us to look at this story and this story and this story is headline news, I'm talking about stories that are not necessarily headline news, okay, that we need to know about because we need to know what's going on. All right, listen, y'all. The Texas power grid again is being strained because of the heat, the record-breaking heat that they're seeing right now in Texas. Okay. All right, listen. So Texas, they're asking their users to cut back on air conditioning. Okay, to alleviate stress on the grid. Emergency crews in the Tulsa, Oklahoma region have responded to a record number of calls. Okay, record number of calls they're saying owing to the heat and lack of power. People are calling in wondering what's going on. Okay, and quite naturally, if they don't have enough people there to handle the situation, they're going to be overwhelmed. Okay, they're going to be overwhelmed, limited resources, so much so that a lot will be out of their control. Okay. Now they're saying that let's see, in Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, you all have heard me talk about Jackson, Mississippi before here on the channel. In Jackson, Mississippi, residents reported not having power and air conditioning for nearly 100 hours. Okay, let's do the math, y'all. If there are 24 hours in a day, how many hours or how many days would equate to 100 hours? Okay, you all let me know that in the chat. I'm gonna let y'all do the math while I keep reporting. Jackson, Mississippi, y'all. You saw me bring the coverage of where the whole situation with their water. So they're dealing with the water in the city as well as the power, and now the power in the air conditioning. Okay, so a lot going on in Jackson, Mississippi. What's happening? Who's to blame? And why can't the leaders, the elected officials of Jackson, Mississippi, get it right for the people and the residents that live there? Okay. Um, let's see, an average of 702 heat-related losses of life, the article says, happen in the U.S. each year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Okay. In 2021, 69 people in Oregon lost their life from heat caused by a heat dome. On Thursday, an Oregon county filed a lawsuit against fossil fuel companies, arguing that the oil and gas companies are accountable for the heat wave. Okay, y'all, let me know your thoughts on that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Unrelenting heat presents particular health and safety risks to older adults, as well as young children, women who are pregnant, people with chronic conditions, and those who work outside. Okay. Please make sure that if you are in that group, especially if you're, I'm talking specifically to those who work outside, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure that you're taking breaks and cooling off, because you don't want to get, so what am I trying to say, overheated, or you don't want to get too hot. Okay. Let's see. Okay. They also had this to say, and by they, I mean the electric companies. Hold on, y'all. Let me check something really quick. Okay, this is the director of climate science. So this is what this person had to say. And I quote, if you're struggling financially and worried about paying your electric bill, you might not run your AC long enough, which is going to increase your vulnerability. Okay. Heat waves like these will, and I quote, become more common in the future as we continue to burn coal. This is what they're saying, y'all. So as we continue to burn coal, oil, and natural gas, okay, things that have been done for many, many years, right? They're now saying, they're now wanting us to believe that, and I quote, heat waves like these will become more common in the future as we continue to burn coal, oil, and natural gas. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was the first of 5 stories, that I'm reporting on regarding stories that are happening in the news that you need to know about. Okay. You all, please make sure that you like this video, share this video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. Okay. All right, y'all. I want to move on now to my second story. Okay. I want to move on now to my second story. You all know that we've talked about food here on the channel. There are several food recalls. Okay. I want you to do your research on that, but there are several food recalls that are happening. One in particular caught my attention because it involves organic food. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let's see. All right, hold on. I'll drink some of my coffee before it starts to get cold. Okay. Are you all enjoying the broadcast? Let me know. I don't see your comments yet. So y'all comment and let me know that you can hear me and see me clearly. Okay. I want to share my screen again with you. And now I want to talk about my second story. Okay. Frozen fruit bags. Okay. You all see the headline, frozen fruit bags. Okay. Frozen fruit bags that have been sold at major grocery stores. Okay. Even one that I shop at frequently have been recalled over listeria concerns. All right. Let's talk about that, y'all. Let's talk about that. Okay. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Let's see. Just a minute here. Okay. Can you all hear me clearly? Let me just double check. Are you all able to hear me? Are you all able to hear me? Let me check on my iPad. Are you able to hear me? Okay, I can hear myself. All right, so I want to talk about the listeria recall. Not the listeria recall, but the recall on frozen fruits. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Jacady, one, always enjoy your info. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday evening to tune in and get this news and information. Listen, y'all, again, I'm sharing five stories, y'all, that we need to know about. Again, while the world wants our attention to be on this story and on that story, these are five stories that we need to know about. Okay. How many of you all shop at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's? Okay. Let me see. There's a couple of other stores as well. Okay. Let's see. Hold on just a minute, y'all. I got to pull it up on I should already have this. I have everything. I'm using 3 different electronic devices, y'all. Okay. So, I am, okay, hold on. So I'm using three different electronic devices, y'all. I had everything. So if you're watching from YouTube, you can see that I'm sharing my screen. If you're watching from Instagram, I'm still reading the story. But if you're tuning in from Instagram and you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you to subscribe, join our community. And if you're watching from Instagram, feel free to follow me on Instagram at andreaspeakstv. Okay. All together, just like the title of the channel. All right, y'all, I got to tell you about this food recall. Okay. How many of you eat fruit? Okay. I eat fruit. I mostly eat fresh fruit versus frozen or canned. But listen, y'all, we still, okay, I need to charge my phone on Instagram. So I'm going to keep going. Okay. As long as I can. All right. Listen, y'all, let's talk about this food recall. This food recall, frozen food recall. Okay. Just a minute, y'all. Thank you all so much for your patience. I'm trying to make sure that I have the correct information. Okay. Just a moment here. Okay, here we go, y'all. We got it. Okay. All right, I got it. All right, thank y'all for your patience. Listen, frozen fruit bags sold at major grocers recalled over listeria concerns. Okay, here's what's happening, y'all. A fruit company has issued a voluntary recall, they're saying, on more than a dozen brands of frozen fruit bags over listeria concerns. All right, listen, y'all. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the recall issued by Sunrise Growers Incorporated. Okay, again, if you want to look that up, Sunrise Growers Incorporated is linked to pineapple, provided by a third-party supplier, they're saying, that could be contaminated with listeria. Oh my goodness, let me try to say this word, y'all. Monocytogenes. Okay. There have been no illnesses connected to the recall, the FDA said. Now, consumers who have recalled products in their freezers are asked to throw the products away or return them for a refund. Here are the affected brands. Okay. They list Walmart, Great Value mixed fruit, Great Value dark sweet cherries, and Great Value mango chunks sold at stores and it lists all the different states. Okay, what I'll do is I'll share this article on the community tab. That way you can click it and see all the different. Let me know. Am I freezing up on Instagram? Hold on, let me see, y'all. Let me switch. I think on Instagram. All right, let's see. Okay, I think that's much better. Okay, I'm back on Instagram if you're watching. All right, y'all. So, Walmart, great value mixed fruit, great value dark sweet cherries, and great value mango chunks sold at stores in, and they list several different states. Okay. Um, I don't see the state of Georgia, but however, I would still say, you know, just check if you have any of these products. And the dates are from January 19th, 2023 to June 13th, 2023. Okay. Whole Foods, okay, which is where I get groceries from as well. They're listed Whole Foods 365 organic tropical fruit medley, 365 organic pineapple chunks, 365, and that's like the brand. So you have Whole Foods, the 365 brand. Um, Pineapple chunks, 365 organic whole strawberries, 365 organic sliced strawberries and bananas, and 365 organic blackberries distributed to select stores throughout the U.S. from November 1st, 2022 to June 21st, 2023. Okay. Trader Joe's organic tropical fruit blend. Again, I'm going to link the article on the community tab where you can go and read in detail. Target Good and Gather organic cherries and berries fruit blend. The Good and Gather dark sweet whole pitted cherries. Good and Gather mango strawberry blend, they're saying. Good and Gather mixed fruit blend. Good and Gather mango chunks. Good and Gather blueberries. And Good and Gather triple berry blend distributed nationwide from October 14th, 2022 to May 22nd, 2023. Okay. Aldi's Seasons Choice Tropical Blend distributed in one of the states I see is my state, Georgia, from October 11th, 2022 to May 22nd, 2023. And AWG, I've never heard of this, but it's called AWG Associated Wholesale Grocers. Um, Best Choice Pitted Red Tart Cherries, unsweetened, distributed to select distribution centers between April 5th, 2023 to May 4th, 2023. Now, you may be wondering, what is listeria? Okay, listeria, according to the article, food contaminated with these bacteria can cause listeriosis, a serious infection that primarily affects older adults, people with weakened immune systems, and pregnant women and their newborns, according to the FDA and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Okay, listeriosis can cause fever, muscle aches, headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, and convulsions. Okay, all of these things, y'all. Sometimes preceded by diarrhea or other gastrointestinal symptoms. Okay, listeriosis, the article says, is treated with antibiotics. Consumers concerned about an illness should seek medical care and tell the doctor about eating possibly contaminated food. If they have a fever and other symptoms of possible listeriosis, such as fatigue, my nose is itching, y'all, sorry about that, such as fatigue and muscle aches within 2 months after eating, according to the CDC. Okay. They're saying, and I quote, if you ate food possibly contaminated with listeria and do not feel sick, most experts believe you do not need tests or treatment. Talk with your medical provider if you have questions about what to do after eating possibly contaminated food. Okay, and what I'll do is, let me go ahead and copy that information. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm posting it now to the community tab if you want to go and get the specific details. Hello to everyone who's watching via YouTube. Okay. Hello to everyone watching via Instagram. I am live on 2 different platforms. If you're watching from YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at andreaspeakstv, just like the title of the channel. And if you're watching from Instagram, all you have to do is go to andreaspeakstv.com, or you can simply search Andrea Speaks TV on YouTube, and you'll be able to find the channel. Okay. Also, if you would like to support the growth of the channel, I have that information on the screen if you're watching on YouTube via Cashapp. Okay. Or you can, my Cashapp, by the way, for the channel is the $ Andrea Speaks TV, just like the name of the channel. And I appreciate your support in supporting the growth of the channel. Okay. Again, I want to take a moment to just thank you all for subscribing. If you're watching and you're not a subscriber of the channel, I want to invite you to subscribe. Join our community. Okay. We're a growing community of individuals who share some of the same thoughts and values. We may not always agree, but one thing that we can agree on is that, we're living in unusual times. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things are going on, and we're asking questions. We're seeking real solutions in an effort to protect and provide for our families in these unusual times. Okay, do you all agree with me on that? Listen, thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, who do we have watching? Okay, so if you're watching now live from somewhere, I told you I'm here in Georgia. I want to know where you're watching from, and I want to give you a shout out, and I want to say I want to give you a big welcome and a shout out, and again to say thank you for tuning in and supporting the channel. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, let me move on. Oh, let me post this information on the community tab so that you can know what's going on. This is a food recall. All right, and I'm going to post the link to the article that I just read. Okay, and I just made the post. Okay, so if you want to go back after this broadcast and read the information and get the details, you'll be able to do that. Okay. All right. Hope that is helpful for you all. All right. Listen, y'all, let's go to my second article now. If you would like to, if you're watching on the YouTube or if you're watching on Instagram, okay? If you're watching on Instagram, you can send a request to join the video. If you have a thought or an opinion you would like to respectfully share. But if you're watching from if you're watching from YouTube, okay, I'm going to post the link here in the chat, and you can join the live that way. Okay, if you want to share some thoughts about the topics that we're discussing, okay, you can click the link and you can join as well. Okay. All right, y'all. So the next story that I want to share, we need to talk about what's happening in the Panama Canal. Okay, you all know last year, maybe even almost 2 years ago or over 2 years ago, when I first brought you coverage about what was happening regarding the supply chain and the looming crisis that was coming. I was talking about this long before headline news. So I want to talk about what's happening in the Panama Canal that may cause all of us to pay higher prices at our stores. Okay. Are you familiar with the Panama Canal? Anyone familiar with the Panama Canal? Do you know what I mean when I refer to the Panama Canal? Okay. If not, that's okay. That's why I'm here, to share news and information with you. According to CNBC, y'all, U.S. trade dominates the Panama Canal traffic, but a severe drought is threatening the long-term future of the century-old shipping route. Okay, so just a quick social studies lesson. The Panama Canal was created, okay, as a way to ease shipping from places like the United States to what I want to say, like from the United States to Asia, for example, or the United States to South America, or the Caribbean, different parts, of that area. Instead of having to, let's say, for example, if the United States wanted to ship something from somewhere in the United States, let's say from the South, all the way over to China, for example, okay? Instead of having to go all the way around the continent of South America, the U.S. could just cut through and use and pay for, okay? You have to pay to use it. They could use the Panama Canal as a shortcut, okay, to get the merchandise or whatever it is being shipped to an area or continent such as Asia, okay? But I want to talk about what's going on, why that's significant, and how this could very well possibly contribute to the supply chain crisis. Okay, if you all are enjoying the broadcast so far, please make sure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I gotta hurry up, y'all, because I got somewhere I gotta be pretty soon, and I don't want to be late. Okay, all right. So I want to talk to you about what's happening at the Panama Canal. I do encourage you to do your research on this. There are several videos out there. If you've never seen in person how the Panama Canal works, is very unique, very interesting. It's a sight to see. I've never seen it in person, just videos. I have talked with people who have seen it in person, but just do your research and see what it looks like. Okay, so again, as we talk about severe weather, unusual weather patterns, here we are again, talking about how a drought, okay, unusual weather, is threatening the future of the Panama Canal. Okay, starting Sunday, y'all, which is tomorrow. Okay, the Panama Canal, which is the premier, which the article says is the premier trade gateway used by U.S. shippers for the Gulf and East Coast ports, will be restricting large ships because of low water levels caused by ongoing drought conditions. Okay, that will equate to an approximate 40% drop of cargo um, on some container ships, making it more expensive for shippers to move containerized goods and hitting many key sectors of the U.S. economy, from agriculture to energy and retail. Now, just like in my previous videos, and I'll link them at the end of this live, just like in my previous videos where I talked about as these companies take on higher shipping costs, they're going to pass on those higher costs to end consumers such as you and I. Okay, they have to, in order for them to still, maintain a profit or to be profitable, they have to pass on these added expenses to the customers like you and I, so that they can still be profitable or maintain profitability or to even reach profitability. Okay, Andrea, why are you sharing this story with us? I want you to know what could potentially be coming because of this situation. Now, you may say, "Well, Andrea, I'm not in the Panama Canal," but guess what? The U.S. is a major user of the Panama Canal to ship goods. So, if they're going to reduce the amount of cargo that pass through this area due to low water levels, then the companies who are shipping items through using this route, they're going to have to find alternative shipping methods. They're going to have to pay higher costs, and then in turn, that higher cost will be shared among its customers. Okay, or it will be passed on to its customers. Okay, it's going to affect, okay, or hit, the article says, key sectors of the U.S. economy, from agriculture to energy to retail. Okay, 40% of all U.S. container traffic travels through the Panama Canal every year, which in all moves roughly, listen to this, y'all, $270 billion in cargo annually. Okay, the U.S., here's a quote, the U.S. is the main source and destination of our traffic, said Mr. Morales, who is the administrator of the Panama Canal Administrator. When you combine all of the commodities and containers to the U.S., it represents about 73% of our traffic. We keep in constant communications with our customers and cargo owners in order to make sure that they know where we're standing. Okay. The Panama Canal is popular for East Coast trade, as I shared, because it is faster than other options. The shipping time for ocean cargo from Shenzhen, China to Miami, Florida, using the Suez Canal takes 41 days. Traveling through the Panama Canal, which is more expensive, takes 35 days. Okay, but U.S. shippers and industry analysts are concerned about additional freshwater surcharges being imposed because of the drop in water levels. Fees have already been rising. In 2020, the article says the canal imposed a fixed charge of $10,000 per transit, y'all, along with a toll on a percentage of the carrying capacity of the vessel. That toll could be a minimum of 1% to a maximum of 10%. Okay, let me know about this news, y'all. Okay, the U.S. is the largest country to move energy commodities through the Panama Canal, including natural gas. Okay, let's see. Even before the water restrictions, there was a shift towards using smaller vessels by U.S. shippers because of the congestion at larger ports, as more chose to route the smaller vessels to secondary ports, including Mobile, Alabama, which could handle the smaller vessels and were close to distribution centers. But he indicated that the Panama Canal's management is worried about the impact of escalating fees and shippers and industry seeking alternate trade routes. Okay. And it, pretty much goes on, but that was kind of the gist of everything. So again, y'all, because of what they're saying is a severe drought, um, water levels being lower than normal, they're having to cut back on the cargo that goes through the Panama Canal. How could that potentially affect you and I? It could potentially affect you and I because we could potentially have to pay higher costs on these items because the shipping companies are having to pay a higher cost. Okay, Lula Pond, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate your support. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your support. All right, listen, y'all, I got to move on now to my next story. My next story is one that is very concerning, so much so that it could be said it's a crisis. All right, y'all, I got to hurry up because I got to be going pretty soon. Okay. Okay, y'all. So if you're on Instagram, okay, I got to charge up my phone. So I'm going to ask you to join me on YouTube at andreaspeakstv.com. Okay. All right. And I'm going to end the live now. Okay. All right. So I am broadcasting only on YouTube right now. Okay, y'all. So the next thing I want to talk about, I have maybe about 15 more minutes. So I'm just going to kind of go through this a little bit quicker. I want to talk about I don't want to call it monumental. It's very significant. I'll say that. Something that the U.S. just announced. Okay. All right, hopefully you can see my screen. Charges, okay? The U.S. has charged Chinese companies with trafficking fentanyl materials, okay? Undoubtedly, I think that we could agree that it seems, just based on my research, that this is a crisis. This is a crisis in our country. There have also been concerns based on my research that, by our borders being open, that was an opportunity, or that could possibly be an opportunity for individuals coming over to traffic fentanyl, as well as amongst other things, right, into our country. So I want to talk about what was just announced. Again, this is not headline news, but like I said, while there are other stories making their rounds, I have learned to ask the question, okay, what else is going on that they're not telling us, but that we need to know about. Okay. And I think that this story is one of them. Okay. If you are watching and you would like to contribute to the channel, you can give a donation if you would like to. Okay. Cashapp, $ at Andrea Speaks TV. Okay. And I appreciate your support. Okay. As the channel continues to grow, I want to add on additional resources, maybe one day even have a studio equipment. So I appreciate your support. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's talk about what's happening. Let me find my story. All right. So this news comes from Al Jazeera. U.S. charges Chinese companies with trafficking fentanyl materials. Listen to what's going on, y'all. The United States Justice Department has filed criminal charges against 4 Chinese companies accused of trafficking materials used to create the addictive painkiller fentanyl. Okay. The 3 indictments unsealed this past Friday marked the first time the government has sought to prosecute companies and individuals based in China for bringing the ingredients for fentanyl into the U.S. and Mexico. Okay. Here's a quote by Attorney General Merrick Garland, who said in a statement on Friday, I promised that the Justice Department would never forget the victims of the fentanyl epidemic. Okay, I call it a crisis. Here it's being referred to as an epidemic. Okay, it is very concerning. Um, and so, this is what seems like a first major step in addressing how this is being handled, and the effects of this particular thing, how it's being dealt with here in the United States. Okay. Attorney General Merrick Garland also said, and I quote, "I also promised that we would never stop working to hold accountable those who bear responsibility for it." Okay. He explained that his department's strategy went beyond targeting the leaders of Mexican drug cartels by also pursuing their suppliers. Okay. Chinese chemical companies, he said, are, and I quote, "supplying the cartels with the building blocks they need to manufacture deadly fentanyl." Let me know your thoughts on this, y'all. Okay. I'm going to kind of move through quickly. I have about 10 more minutes. In addition to the 4 Chinese companies, 8 employees and executives were also charged in Friday's filings. Okay. The U.S. is in the grips of an ongoing opioid crisis with more than 564,000 people who, the article says, has lost their life from overdoses between 1999 and 2020. Fentanyl, a synthetic opioid, has increasingly fueled that crisis in recent years. See, they're referring to it as a crisis, y'all. Okay. Before, however, the crisis was driven in part by U.S. drug producers aggressively promoting highly addictive products like Oxycontin. Okay. Um, in Friday's indictment, federal prosecutors alleged that Chinese companies marketed fentanyl precursor chemicals on their website and social media accounts. They then sold the materials to the Sinaloa drug cartel and other criminal groups in Mexico, they're alleging, who have smuggled who they are saying have smuggled fentanyl into the U.S. for years. Okay, the causes of overdose crisis are complex, and some have accused the U.S. government of looking to score easy victories by focusing on enforcement actions against criminal groups in countries like Mexico. Okay, a spokesperson for the Chinese embassy had this to say, and they condemned Friday's charges, stating that the U.S. was looking to scapegoat China for its domestic drug crisis. It also accused the Justice Department of, and I quote, long arm jurisdiction. Okay. A spokesperson in China was quoted as saying, and I quote, "The incident was a well-planned entrapment operation by the U.S. side, which seriously infringed upon the legitimate rights of relevant enterprises and individuals. China strongly condemns it." Okay, that's according to this site. So let me know your thoughts on that. Is enough being done? Is this an aggressive step to curtail or reduce or get rid of this crisis that's happening in our country? Should more be done? Please share your thoughts. Okay. My last story. Thank you all so much for your support. My last story, okay, that you need to know about that's not being talked about so much. Student loan repayment is about to start. Okay. How many of you all are ready for that? Student loan repayment is about to start again. Okay. I want to share this article with you. All right. It is official, y'all. All right. This will be the last article. I have about 7 minutes to bring you the information. Or less than 7 minutes. Okay. If you all like the video, like the content of this channel, please make sure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. It is official. Okay. Student loan payments rather will restart in October. That is according to the Education Department or Department of Education. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull up my article. All right. So we'll conclude here, y'all. Okay. Over the 3-year-long pause on student loan payments, the U.S. Department of Education has repeatedly told borrowers their bills were set to resume, only to take it back and provide them more time. Okay, I brought coverage about that several times here on the channel in some of my previous videos. Well, now, y'all, according to my sources, this time the agency really means it. Okay, the Education Department posted on its website that, and I quote, "payments will be due starting in October. And a recent law passed by Congress will make changing that plan difficult." Okay. It will likely be a big adjustment for borrowers when the pandemic era policy expires. Around 40 million Americans have debt from their education. The typical monthly bill is roughly $350, they're saying, y'all. For many borrowers, here's a quote by the Deputy Executive Director at the Student Borrower Protection Center, who said, for many borrowers, the payment pause has been life altering, saving money from financial ruin and allowing others to finally get ahead financially. Here's what to know. Okay, the 3-year pause saved the average borrower $15,000. Okay, I'm just kind of skimming. I'll also go and link this in the community tab. Also, while the pause will end in the fall, the Education Department notes on its financial aid website that, and I quote, Congress recently passed a law preventing further extensions of the payment pause. Okay, it is referring to the agreement reached between Republicans and Democrats to raise the nation's debt ceiling, okay, which President Joe Biden signed into law in early June. In exchange for voting to increase the borrowing limit, Republicans demanded large cuts to federal spending. They sought to repeal Biden's executive action granting student loan forgiveness, which from my understanding is still kind of up in the Supreme Court. Hopefully we'll have some updates about that soon. But the Biden administration refused to agree to that. However, included in the deal was a provision that officially terminates the pause at the end of August. Okay. Interest will pick up in September and payments in October. The Education Department says borrowers will be expected to make their first post-pause payment in October. Okay, talking about student loan payments resuming. Meanwhile, interest will start accumulating on borrowers' debt again on September 1st. Okay, exact due dates will vary based on your account details. Your due date, it says, will be at least 21 days after you're sent a loan statement. Okay, borrowers don't know what they'll owe. And they're basically saying that as the Biden administration tries to ready millions of Americans to restart their student loan payments, there's one big open question that may make that preparation difficult. Most borrowers don't know what they'll owe in the fall. Okay, again, the student loan forgiveness is tied up in what seems like the Supreme Court. They're going to be issuing a verdict soon, I believe, on the validity of the Biden plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student loan debt for borrowers. A decision, it says, is expected this month. Now, we know we only have a few days left in this month. So again, we'll find out more about that soon. Okay, y'all, listen, thank you so much for tuning in with me. I got to go now. I have somewhere I have to be. I want to say thank you again for supporting the channel. I hope that in these 5 stories, okay, as well as other videos, the many other videos I have on the channel, I hope that I was able to help you, to give you some things to think about and ways that you can maybe consider that you and your family need to get prepared. So much is going on, y'all, but always keep in mind that while they're pushing certain stories, certain headlines, while they're talking about some stories all day long, not to say that they're not credible or they're not valid, because they're very concerning stories that are going on. Not only do we need to know about them, but we also need to ask, okay, what else is going on that we really need to know about? Okay, I want to say again, thank you all for supporting the channel. You can follow me on Instagram at andreaspeakstv. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at andreaspeakstv. If you came upon this video, you found this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you to subscribe, join our community. And also, if you would like to contribute to the channel, my information for the channel is here on the screen. Okay, thank you all so much for your support. Take care, be blessed, and I'll see you again here soon, right here on Andrea Speaks TV. Take care, y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support.